Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another CustomTools webinar series episode. Today, we are going to explore the impact of CustomTools implementation on customers' production process. To ensure a seamless experience, we have the pleasure of having Francois with us. He will be available to address any questions you may have. Feel free to utilize the chat box located in the GoToWebinar panel to share your queries or thoughts. We have also set aside some time after the session for any extra questions you might have, so feel free to dive into the presentation without worrying about missing out. And by the way, this webinar should wrap up in about 20+ minutes. Please note that this webinar is also being recorded and you will be able to watch it later on at your convenience. We will send out the recording to all registered participants after the session. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Tero Salonen and I am the product director at ATRsoft. I have been with ATRsoft since 2000, starting as software engineer, then working as a CustomTools product manager, and now serving as product director. With over 20 years of hands-on experience in SolidWorks CAD and PDM, I am responsible for our product business. Here is what we'll be covering in today's session. First, we'll start with an overview of available features in CustomTools. Next, we delve into a customer case study that demonstrates how these features are being applied in a real-world scenarios. Following that, we'll showcase a live demo of the drawing automation tool. We'll also explore the broader impact CustomTools can have on production processes. After that, we will wrap up with a key takeaways, address any questions you might have, and share details about our next upcoming webinar. CustomTools provides a wide range of capabilities from file and property management to advanced searching and drawing automation. It also supports batch processing, ERP integration, and collaborative team features, making it an invaluable asset for design and production teams. It's not only a collection of macros or separate tools, but a well-designed combination of features that complete each other. For instance, CustomTools offers advanced custom property management, and on the other hand, those properties are used to automatically name the files or to export BOM to ERP or generate different type of reports. As you can think of, you can't really export anything unless you have consistent data to export. Let's look at a real-world example. Olsen Engineering, one of our valued customers, implemented CustomTools to improve their production processes. This case study will highlight the challenges they faced and the measurable benefits they gained through our solution. Olsen Engineering is specialized in overhead cranes that are used for moving heavy loads across facilities. They needed a streamlined process to handle their design and production workflows efficiently. CustomTools helped them achieve this transformation. Olsen Engineering, founded in 1989, is a mid-sized company with over 50 employees. They have 3 subsidiaries and more than 350 active customers. In 2023 alone, they successfully completed over 2,000 orders, thanks in part to optimized processes. So let's take a look at how Olsen Engineering transformed their production process with the CustomTools and what were the measurable benefits. This slide outlines the manual workflow before the CustomTools implementation, each phase, design, drawing, and purchasing, required significant manual effort, including data entry, file organization, and property management. These steps consumed time and left room for errors. Designing new parts include not only modeling of new parts, but you need to also organize your files and obviously name them. It's crucial to identify your parts with a unique ID and to add necessary metadata such as descriptions, material, dimension information, and classification data, just name it. After creating those 3D models, you need to create manufacturing drawings and add necessary information to build the parts. You need to share the drawing in some other formats than in native SolidWorks files, and in addition, you need to produce DXF files for laser cutting machine. As Odoo drives all the operations, for instance, purchasing components, all items and their BOMs needs to be entered in Odoo for downstream processes. With CustomTools, Olsen Engineering transformed their production process. Automated actions replaced manual tasks, enhancing efficiency across all phases. Tasks like file exports, property additions, and purchase order creation now happen seamlessly, saving valuable time. In addition, they implemented CustomTools Odoo integration, making it possible to automatically push design data, such as items and their BOMs, from SolidWorks to Odoo without forgetting thumbnail images, drawings in PDF formats, and DXF files from sheet metal parts to be used in laser cutting. So now promised real world demo, so let's take a quick look at SolidWorks. So this model here is our generic demo model, so nothing to do with the customer case. As you remember, they are making overhead cranes, but one of the benefits they are using are to create drawings automatically. That saves quite significantly their time. So this is not the exact process how customer is doing it, but I wanted to emphasize this feature as it's quite a recent addition to CustomTools and perhaps not that well known, at least for older customers that has been using CustomTools for quite a long time. So this is something that you may find also useful in your processes. So we use batch operation tool that you can open from print and convert, and it may open it a little bit differently on your environment depending how you have configured CustomTools. Basically, what there is a common, you will see a product structure what is currently open open in SolidWorks. So in this case, you can see that there are no drawings yet, but we want to create them automatically by CustomTools and then just fine tune them to make them production ready. So let's start by activating the drawing automation /task tab. And we can see that we don't have any rules yet to create missing drawings. So we can just click to start creating a new drawing creation rule. And let's name the rule so that we can later on refer to that rule. So we can call this assembly drawings, for instance. You can freely choose the name. And in case you want to further customize that, as for instance Olsen Engineering has done, so we have a powerful API that you can really build all the rules to make drawings as ready as possible already automatically. But in this demo, we just use so we can click to choose the drawing template to use, and this defaults the paths what you have defined in your SolidWorks settings. And in addition, you can define the sheet format to be used, and let's make now A2 landscape size drawings for assembly drawings. Then we would like to insert a BOM table, and there are a couple of options how we want to add it. This time let's use top level only, and we can define again the template to be used. Here I have my assembly template and assembly BOM template, I mean, and then we define where we want to place it in our drawing. And based on how I have created my sheet format and templates, I want this to be anchored from bottom right corner, so then it will be placed on top of the drawing's title block and grow from there upwards. I could define how I want to name my sheet. So is it coming from the drawing template? Other possibilities are configuration name, BOM, part number, or then I can just specify custom name. We can use default, and I can set any of custom property that I have defined in my CustomTools settings to specific value. So we will just now mark all our automatically created drawings to later on find them and make the necessary modifications to have them production ready. So we will set this custom property to value X. Then we can define how to add dimensions, but for assembly drawings we will just skip that. So now we have a rule to make assembly drawings, and if we select that, we can see that now CustomTools creates automatic drawing for each and every part, but actually this is not what we would like to do, because we want to create only for assemblies. So what we can do, we start the filter wizard, and as we can see from here, we define the selection filter for assembly drawings, what we have selected here. So we want files or documents to be selected if file type is assembly, and that's it. And we want to save this and attach to selected rule like that. And now we have only one drawing, not anymore for the parts. But we want to also create drawings for parts. So we start the wizard again, and rule name is now part drawings, and we use same drawing template, but this time we can make, for instance, A4 portrait drawings, and then we don't need BOM at this time, and we go with the same sheet name option, and again let's mark new drawings, and this time we also want to add dimensions, so we can import dimensions that are marked for drawing from the model, and in addition, for instance, whole call outs. So let's include those and click OK. And for this, let's select the rule, and I know that there are some, for instance, fasteners used, so I don't really want to make drawings to my bolts. So what I can do here, I will again create a rule that file type is part. That is correct, but I don't want that my file type is toolbox component, and I don't want that my file type is design library component. And we have here also information whether these parts are purchase components or do we manufacture them. So we still add one additional rule, that model property. So not a drawing, but related model property, make or buy is make. So now this rule applies to parts that are not toolbox components and are not design library components, and the model property make or buy is make. We attach this rule, and now we can see already that there was a buy component, so we don't have any more drawing there, and we have two fasteners there and they won't have any drawings there anymore. What I can do in addition, I can create a PDF from the drawings that actually don't exist yet. So we go to batch conversion rule and we launch the wizard again, and we want to convert drawings to PDF format, and we want to merge them all into single PDF file, and we can name it, for instance, auto created drawings. So here is the example how it will look like, the created drawing, and then we will name this how it appears here in the selection list. So we will name it auto created drawings into single PDF. Oh, there it should be. And we want to make a file selection for this as well. And what we want to now define here is that file type is new drawing. So now this applies to only the drawings that will be created during this operation, so it won't include possible existing drawings. And you will soon learn why is that. And this you need to always remember to tick, otherwise the rule is not attached, or the filter is not attached to the selected rule and not saved. So now we have defined the rule and few tasks here, actually two. And when we want to reuse this and we don't want to select all of these again, of course the definitions stay in the profile, but there is few things to remember to click. We can activate the templates and we can save the current selections, which you can verify in the summary list as, for instance, create missing drawings. Okay, and we have it now here in available templates. And let's not run the process now, but instead we could run it automatically by selecting it from here without even seeing the UI or making any confirmations. If you happen to use SolidWorks PDM Professional, you could run this as a task from the manual triggered operation, or you can bound that to workflow state transitions. But if you would do it conventional way in SolidWorks, you could open the tool and we can just go to templates where we are already and just activate the rule and confirm that we want to apply these rules. So now everything is applied here, and I could just say OK, and it's good to go. Let's not run the actual rule now, but instead I have done then already to save some time. So what will be the result after running this? So actually this would now just run the task here in my SolidWorks session and open all necessary files one by one and create drawings, and then the PDF conversion at the end as one go. And after the process, I would have a single PDF file where I have, this is the assembly drawing. As you can see, there is some fine tuning, and probably I would like to add balloons there and so on. But I have my BOM as correctly placed there, and then I have all the individual part drawings in correct format, and there are dimensions imported, and I could use this single PDF as a reference to me to see like what I really need to fix those in those drawings, and then how I can find them. In CustomTools, we have a search pane available on the right-hand side, and I have defined that this custom property is the property I can use to search files. So we can just search for files that have this auto-created drawing tick mark selected, and we can find all the drawings from there. So the process would go so that I can open one of these drawings to my SolidWorks session, and here, for instance, we have dimensions needed to make this, but if I want to make some modifications here, I would make the modifications. In properties, I would just go to clear the selection like that, and then save my file, so then it's removed from the list. So this was the actual demo part today. As you can see, the impact of CustomTools on Olsen Engineering's production process was profound. They reduced design time by over 50%, significantly lowered errors, and enhanced the quality of their drawings. By automating redundant tasks, the engineers could focus on high-value work, reducing cost and increasing overall working comfort. So really significant benefits. To wrap up, I'd like to highlight the key points we have covered in today's webinar. Firstly, CustomTools offers a variety of features that streamline the design process, helping users cut down on repetitive tasks and significantly reduce lead times. A great example of this is Olsen Engineering, where they were able to reduce the time spent on design by over 50%, showcasing the real-world impact of these tools on productivity. Finally, the drawing automation tool is a standout feature, enabling teams to batch create missing drawings quickly and efficiently, further improving workflows and saving valuable time. These points underscore how CustomTools can be a game changer for engineering teams looking to boost efficiency and achieve better results. That concludes today's presentation. I really hope you learned some new things in audience. Now I invite you to ask any questions you may have. We are here to provide clarification, address any concerns, or provide additional information based on what I've covered today. So just please feel free to type your questions in the chat box, and we'll do our best to answer them.
So we had someone, Tero, who was asking where we can find the recording. So there are like different ways how you can get the recording. If you have registered to the email, you will receive an email with a link to the recording, or then you can also visit our webpage or then our YouTube channel. So I'm not sure, Tero, if you could show the YouTube channel where we have all the videos. Because we have the playlist.
Yes.
I can put the link. Let me check.
I can. So let me open. I don't have my browser open, but let's show that. So just a second. I will open the YouTube and go to our channel. So I will share that with you. Actually, you can go from also by visiting our website. So if you go to atssoft.com/customtools or just atssoft.com and go to custom tools page, I believe we have here our social media links. If you scroll down to bottom, at least I hope, this is our new web page, but here they are. So there is a YouTube link which should bring you, actually it didn't bring, it brought us to Atssoft channel, but let's go to Custom Tools channel. So it's at Custom Tools for SW, and here we have all the videos. I have this in Finnish, but if you go to playlists, so soittolistat is playlist, there are also all the webinar recordings here. So if I click here and let's pause the first video, but here are all the previous webinar recordings that we have run in the past.
And then
So
from the website also you have the news, you have the webinar on the news,
so
and then you can access the upcoming webinar and the past one at the bottom.
Yeah. So here you have all the past ones that we have so far had 4 during this year. So that was a good question. Do we have any other questions in audience?
No other question. And also, as Tero mentioned, the Olsen Engineering is also using the Odoo integration. So
yeah. All right. So if we don't have any further questions, I want to thank you for all attending today's webinar. And as we wrap up, I like to remind you that the recording of this session will be available for you to review at your convenience as we just showed. And we are also excited to announce our next webinar that will be held on July 10th, so approximately 1 month from now. The topic will be ERP itemization of your PDM BOM, where we discuss how to bridge the gap between your engineering data in SolidWorks PDM and your ERP system. In that webinar, we will explore the critical step for itemizing your PDM BOM to ensure accurate synchronization with your ERP, from organizing part numbers and materials to managing configurations and revisions. I bet you don't want to miss that. So if you want to join, keep an eye on your email for further details and registration information. You can also register through our website. And I would like to thank you once again for your participation and looking forward to seeing you at our next webinar. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Tero. Bye, everyone.